everyone, it's Jordan. Today I'll be talking about my October TBR. So for October I decided to take a break from my TBR game ticket to read this because not only September was a struggling reading month for me, but it's also because I wanted to have a mood reading month and I just want to pick some books that I'm in a mood for, or like books that I want to read for the spooky season. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be drawing books from this jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treat bucket like I do every October since I started my TBR game, but I'm going to be explaining that at the end of the video. But I picked out some books that I'm kind of been in the mood for, and hopefully, and some of them are spooky reads and some are just some books I'm in the mood for. But let's get to the books that I want to read for October. So the first book that I want to read for October is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco, and she's the same. This is from the same author as Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which is one of my favorite series. Even though I need to read the last book, but in this new book series that she has is about a girl whose her twin sister got murdered, and she's trying to search for her sister's murder. But then she runs into Wrath, the Prince of Hell, to help her out. So that's all I want to know about it, because I know I love Carrie Maniscalco's writing and the characters that she creates. So I'm really excited to try this out, and I really want to, and I know the third book is out by the time this video goes up, so I want to binge read this series, and yeah, I'm just really excited to read this. The next book that I want to read in October is The Case for Jamie by Brittany Cavallaro. This is the third book in the Sherlock Holmes series. If you haven't read the Sherlock Holmes series, it's about the descendants of Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson and their mystery adventures. I love this series so much, and I really want to read the next book. I've been wanting to read the next book since the last of August, and that was like maybe a few years ago, like during my last year of college, and I just been very behind on a lot of book series lately, but I want to put this as top priority because it's on top of my sequels list, and I just really want to pick this up. And plus, mystery books are always good for the spooky season in my opinion, and I love reading mysteries during the fall season, so this is perfect for that. And I just really want to know what's happening to the characters and what they're up to. So yeah, this is definitely my top priority book for October. And the next book that I want to read for October is Yu-Gi-Oh! Volume 1 by Kazuki Takashi. I think that's how the author's pronounced, but I'm sorry if I butchered the author's last name. But this is the manga series that's on the anime show Yu-Gi-Oh! Is based on, and Kevin, my husband's been wanting me to read at least the first volume for a long time since he gave the whole series to me, the ones that he currently owns, which is a lot, but I'm wanting to give the first volume a shot because I've been curious, because I've heard that there were differences between the anime and the manga, so I'm like, I'll read the first volume and see how I feel. And I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh! In a long time, and that was one of my favorite anime shows when I was a kid, when I was first starting to watch anime other than Pokemon, and I'm just really curious about it, and I'm really excited to pick this up just because my husband's been wanting me to read at least the first volume of this series for a long time. And the next book that I want to read for October is Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. This is about a girl who is a nun that ends up, I think she's a nun who helps spirits move on from the afterlife. But this sounds really a really cool book, seeing as I've heard about it, and plus I like Margaret Rogerson's previous books, and I think all the ones that I've read, Sorcery of Thorns is one of my favorites, and I really want to read this one to see if it's a new favorite of mine from this author. And I know that she has another book that's coming out this year, so I'm like, I want to read this before reading her other works, even though it's not connected anyway, but I still really want to read this just because it fits for the fall and spooky season. And the next book that I would like to read in October is Good Girl Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. This is the second book in Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, and if you haven't read the first book's about a girl who wants to do her senior project on solving the actual murder that happened in her town and prove that the boyfriend of the victim was not the murderer. And that's all I remember from reading it, and I read it last year and I really enjoyed it, and I hope I enjoyed this book as much as the first book. And I know the third book just came out last year, I believe, so I do really want to continue on with the series, and plus I really liked the first book so much that I couldn't put it down, and I really like Pip as a character, so I definitely want to continue on with the series. And like I said, murder mysteries are perfect for the spooky season in my opinion, just because there's a lot of suspense involved and you're trying to figure out who did what. So yeah, I am just really excited to continue on with the series since I like the first book so much. Speaking of sequels, the next book that I want to read for October is Soul of the Sword by Julie Kagawa. This is the second book in the Shadow of the Fox series. If you haven't read the first book's about a girl who is a half-demon who is on a quest to find this girl, and then she runs into this samurai, and that's from what I remember from reading the first book. And I've been wanting to continue on with the series since I really like the world so much, so this sequel is definitely one of my top priority sequels that I want to read, especially when I'm trying to catch up on a series that I've been really interested in continuing. The next book that I would like to read in October is not fit for a spooky season, but I just really want to read this, is Delphine and the Silver Needle by Alyssa Moon. This is basically a story about one of Cinderella's mice friends, and that's all I know about it because as soon as I saw the cover, I was like, I'm very interested in reading this because, I mean, look at this cover. It's so gorgeous. I would put this in a frame if I wanted to, the artwork of the cover. And that's all I know about it. And it's about one of Cinderella's mice, and that's all I know about it. And the funny thing is, the mice from Cinderella is one of my favorite characters, so I kind of has a sucker for that, but I've just been really wanting to read this. And plus, I heard the sequel's coming out this year, so I'm like, I really want to read this, so I would get the sequel. Hopefully I enjoy it so I can get the sequel, but I'm just really excited to pick this up just because this is one of the books I've been in a mood for, other than some of the books that are my TBR that is spooky and not so spooky at the same books. You know what I mean. So now I'm going to be drawing 3 books from the Trick or Treat bucket, and usually I draw 1 for October in my Ticket to Read videos, but since I'm not doing Ticket to Read this month, I'm going to be drawing 3 instead of 1, so hopefully I'll draw the books that I'm in, the spooky books that I want to read in October, but I also have some murder mystery books that I want to read, and some books that I think will fit for this spooky season, but let's get to the drawing. Okay, so the first book that I draw is Assaulted Caramel. Okay, let me go grab it. So, Assaulted Caramel by Amanda Flower. This is a cozy mystery book that takes place in a candy shop as far as I know, but that's all I know about it. Usually a lot of mysteries I go into it blind because I feel like with mysteries, what's the point of knowing what's it about when it's a mystery? I honestly just want to know a little bit about it. So yeah, I'm really excited to pick this up for the fall season, and it seems perfect for my October TBR. Okay, this one. Next one is, oh, Stepsister. That's a really good one. Like, I also put books that are fit for spooky season that are good villain origin story, because I love a good origin story. So let me go grab it. Okay, so I have Stepsister here by Jennifer Donnelly. This is basically a Cinderella retelling, but told by one of her stepsister's perspective, which I'm really excited about. This has been my TBR for a while, and this is one of my 5-star predictions. So I'm really hoping to pick this up because I really like a good villain origin story, and I think that fits for the Halloween season. So yeah, I'm really excited to pick this one up. Like I said, it's perfect for October for me. Okay, last book. Okay. Hopefully it's a good one I want to read. Oh! Reaper of the Soul. I should... That'll be the last one, and it's one of the sequels that I need to get you, so I'll be right back. Okay, so Reaper of the Soul by Raina Barron. This is the second book in the Kingdom of Soul series. This is about a girl who is from a family of witch doctors, but she's the only one in the family who doesn't have any power, so she makes a deal with a demon kind of creature to borrow some magic in exchange for her life. I really enjoyed the first book, and I definitely think this would be a perfect for the spooky season because there's witch doctors, so I'm like, that kind of fits for me. And the first book is pretty dark when I've read it, so I'm like, this is definitely perfect for this. So yeah, I'm really excited to pick this one up. Another sequel for me to add to my TBR. So that's all for my October TBR. I probably will get to some of these, but I'm not going to push myself to read them. If I'm not in the mood for any of them, that's okay. I'd rather try to get to some of the books that I've been wanting to read and some of the spooky books that I want to read. So yeah, I'm really excited for my October TBR. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and comment down below what's on your October TBR or some of the spooky books that you're planning on reading. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you know if I ever post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!